everyone. Hope your week is going well. Today we're going to do a quicker moving class. We're going to keep things flowing, keep the exercises back to back, and it's still going to be challenging and powerful. But as always, you can always take it at your own pace. Take breaks if you need to, or choose modifications, or sit out when your body tells you you need to take a little break, and join back in when you're ready. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we go. Cross your arms. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Let it all out. One more big breath. Inhale. Fill your lungs. Reach through your fingertips. And exhale. Release stress, tension from your body as always. One more time. Inhale. Big breath. And exhale. Send it all out. And push away. And exit your body completely. And here we go. One more big breath. Inhale. And lower your left arm. Take your right reach up to the ceiling. Reach over to the left side as we always do. Feel that stretch to the right side of your torso. Really stretch it out. And back to center. Cross your arms. Another big breath. Inhale. And right arm down. Left arm reaches overhead. Send that left hip over. Feel the expansion to the left side of your torso. Reach, reach, reach. Keep that left shoulder back. And then back to center. Take your shoulders and let's circle them around. Okay. Again, releasing any stress, tension, and then reverse the direction. Here we go. Around. Let's do our chicken wings. So elbows. Circle back. Pinch your shoulder blades together. And then let's go the opposite direction. Please feel your shoulders loosening up. And then reverse. This time, straighten your arms. So full circling of the arms. Get a stretch across your chest, your pecs. Breathe and reverse the direction. Here we go. Very nice. And then go ahead and release. One more big shake. Take your hands open shut. Warming up the fingertips and take it down. And hold here. Take your right fingertips down toward the floor. So get that lateral flexion. And here we go. Right and left. Let's go fast. Here we go. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Reach to the side and side and side. Your hips stay quiet. Just reaching side to side. Let's go fast. Here we go. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Cross your arms. Inhale, big breath. Keep your chest lifted. Bend through your elbows. Hold your shoulders down. Take your shoulder blades and just pinch them together here. So again, another stretch for your pecs. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Right arm across. Pull it in with your left. Keep that right shoulder down. Feel that stretch in that shoulder. And let's go to the other side. So left arm, pull it in with your right. Keep that shoulder down. Okay, good. Taking some nice deep breaths. And send your arms down. Head to your right shoulder. Press the palm of your left hand out to the side. So feel the stretch to the left side of your neck. Take your head and just nod. And circle to the front. Over to the left shoulder. Palm of the right hand presses out to the side. Drop that right shoulder. A little nod with your head. And to the center. Fingertips to the back of the head. Gently press. And stretch out any tight areas. The neck, upper traps here. Okay. And then back to center. Head to the right and to the left and to the right and to the left. One more set. Right and left. Back to center. Inhale. Big breath. Interlace your fingers. Tuck your tailbone under. Round through your spine. You can wiggle. Feel that stretch all along your back. And then inhale up. And then release, interlace them behind, bend through your knees. Press down through your shoulders. Lift your arms up, open up that chest once again. So another pec stretch. Breathe. Good, and release. Take it to a forward fold. So all the way down. You can heel toe through your feet. Slide side to side, whatever you need to do. And then just hang to the stretch in your spine. Neck is nice and loose. Okay. Then bend through your knees. And then slowly roll up through your spine, tucking that tailbone under. First, working your way all the way up. Inhale. You can open up through that chest. Arms to your side, chin into your chest, and let's take it to a roll down. One more time here. And slide side to side. Looking for any tight areas. Feeling the release. Bend through your knees and roll up to your spine. Lifting all the way up. And arch back if you're ready. Let's reach to the right side this time. So reach to the right, get those lats to stretch here. And swing your arms over to the left side and come on up, reaching over that left leg. And inhale. Let's go the other direction. So here we go, reach over to the left leg as we take it down. Try to keep your hips level as you do this. Inhale, sweep your arms over to the right. Exhale, reach over that right leg as you take it all the way up here. Place your feet in parallel. You take it to a nice simple squat. Okay, so always check your form here. So our knees track above our feet. Okay, you want to protect those knees, so no torquing. So knees above the feet here, nice tracking, and inhale. Weight in your heels, so you want to target those glutes. Okay, so sit back and lift back up. And let's go again, sink it down a little bit further. Good. Chest is lifted, spine is in neutral, and inhale up. Let's do one more. Exhale down, and inhale up. Good. And arms down, take your shoulders, circle them around, step to the back of your mat, take a deep breath, inhale. This time you're going to forward fold. So I want you to lengthen through your spine as you take it down, halfway down, hold. Okay, so here, your knees are soft, try not to lock them out, pinch your shoulder blades together, palms face down, back of the neck is long. Think of someone tying a string to the top of your head and having that person pull on that string so you really lengthen through your torso. Hey, still feeling the stretch to the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, calves, all along the back of the leg. Hold here. And feel that stretch, shoulders away from the ears. Hey, hold here. Good, good. And then take your right arm, reach down toward the mat. You can even place it on the mat. Take your left arm, reach up to the ceiling. So draw that left shoulder. So get a little spinal rotation. If you need to place your right hand on that thigh, that's fine. Or you can just leave it dangling down or on the floor. Okay? Draw that shoulder back. Try to keep your hips level. Okay, so the rotation is from your waist on up and then lower down, switch sides. So right arm up to the ceiling, draw that shoulder back, get that rotation. Breathe. And then lower back down, take it all the way down into that forward fold. You can pedal your feet. And then go ahead and walk your hands out. Take it into a strong, solid plank. So here, okay, shoulders on top of your wrists. Back of the neck long, shoulder blades apart, so try not to wing, okay? So you want to pull your shoulder blades apart and hold. Hey, squeeze your glutes. Okay, now take your heels and press them back. So you get a stretch lower down on your legs. So your calves, your Achilles tendons, so you just hold here. Strong your shoulders. Belly is pulling in toward that spine, okay? So you're protecting that lower back. Okay, then go ahead and release. Press forward to your toes, and then press back, and forward, and back. So feeling that stretch. Staying strong in your arms, slight bend in your elbows, okay? Here, and back. One more time, forward and back. Let's press back into a downward facing dog. So you can walk your hands in, or your feet, or your hands, whatever feels good. Press through your hands. You want to drive your heels as close to the mat as you can so that you feel that stretch. Lengthen through your spine. Pull your shoulder blades apart. Press through your hands, neck nice and loose. Okay, then go ahead and press once more into that strong, solid plank here. Check your form. Okay, the modification to the plank is to lower to your knees. Okay, so anytime you want to modify, you can lower your knees onto the mat. Okay, we're going to take it down onto your bellies, but we're going to target the triceps. You can do this on your knees or on your toes. Okay, you want to push forward and lower down. Keep your elbows close to your sides as you lower down. Nice and slow. Okay, we're going to count it down for about 5 more counts. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Onto your belly, arms to your side. You're going to pull your belly in toward your spine. You lift your legs up off the mat, squeezing those glutes, pointing the toes, straighten the knees. Upper body lifts up off the mat. If you need to, you can place your hands on the mat for support, or you can lift your arms up and finding your form here in this back extension. Okay, so nice and long through the back of your neck. If your arms are lifted, reaching your fingertips to your toes, pointing those toes, squeezing those glutes, so everything on fire. Belly pulling in, so no strain on that lower back. Okay, just gonna hold for another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Left arm down by your side, right arm out in front, roll over onto your right side. You can warm up the side of the waist, the left side. So right hand in front of your belly, flex your feet, take a breath. Inhale and exhale, lift your upper body and legs up off the mat. So I want you to find the contraction through that left waist. Hey, just holding here, shoulders away from the ears. Try not to allow your shoulders to lift up, okay? So you don't want them to elevate, keep them depressed. Good. just holding here. Legs are glued together, so firing those inner thighs, those adductors as well. Okay, just holding, finding that contraction to that waist. Okay, just warming up for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Back onto your belly. Hey, one more time in that back extension here or here. Squeeze, squeeze. Okay, for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Left arm out in front, right hand by your waist. Flex your feet and lift up into that side lift. So contracting through that right waist. Legs glued together and hold for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Back down onto your belly. Hands under your shoulders. Prop yourself up into a quadruped. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, catch, stretch, tuck your tailbone under. And inhale, take it into cow, dropping your belly down, lifting through your chest. And you can wiggle if you need to. Exhale, catch, stretch, tuck, 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 tuck. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And pass neutral back into cow. Good. And last time into cat, hold here. Then we're going to send our seat back here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Finding that stretch in that lower back. And then go ahead and take your shoulders on top of your wrist back into neutral. Okay, neutral, you just have a slight arch in that lumbar spine. The back of the neck is long. Okay, here. Take your right arm, left leg, reach out into nice spinal balance. Okay, fingertips reaching away from your toes. And then lower down, switch, left arm, right leg, reach out. Nice and long. Okay, keep your hips, shoulders level, and switch, right arm, left leg. Here, reach, reach, reach. And then lower. Okay, so find that length. Reach, reach, reach. And then lower. Right arm, left leg, reach, 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 and hold. Now take your fingertips, toes, tap down and lift. So hip and shoulder extension down and lift. Okay, so tap down. You want to try and meet the mat at the same time. Down and lift. So some coordination, body awareness work. Here we go. 3 more times. Down and lift. Last 2. Down and lift. 1 more time. Now we're going to make it a little more challenging. Lift. Here, take your right arm and draw a circle. Take your left leg and draw a circle. Okay, so here. You want to try and keep them synced. Not necessarily going in the same direction, whatever works for you. Okay, and around, and around. And back to center. Lower down, left arm, right leg, reach out here. And tap down. And left. Again, meeting the mat at the same time. And left. Check your right shoulder. Make sure it's strong. Away from that ear. Slight bend in that right elbow. 1 more time, down and lift and hold. Circle that left arm and right leg and circle. There you go. And around and around. 2 more. And last one, stay balanced and lower down. Tuck your toes under, push back into downward facing dog. Press through your hands. Good. Breathe. Whew. Then go ahead and take it back into plank. So here we're going to lower down into crocodile, okay, or chaturanga. Here, on your knees or your toes, you're going to press forward, lower down, elbows close to your sides here. You want to lower down until your upper arms are parallel with the mat. Take it into cobra here, or upward facing dog if you're ready, and press back into downward facing dog. Okay, so let's do that 1 more time into a plank. Let's lower down. You can do this on your knees, down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Reach, stretch, stretch, stretch to the front of your body. And exhale, downward facing dog. And once again, here we go, into that plank. And lower down, elbows close to your sides. And lift up, stretch, shoulders down away from your ear. And downward facing dog. Okay, now listen up. Now we're going to go in the reverse direction. Okay, so from here, we're going to take it back up into upward facing dog here. Okay, and then back into that crocodile down here. And then we're going to press into that plank. And then back into downward facing dog. Okay, so here we go again. Back into upward. Here we go, upward. And back into crocodile low here. And then push up into that plank. Woo! And then into downward. Okay, let's go again. Upward. Here we go. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And into crocodile. Nice and low. Upper arms parallel with the mat. Press up with all your might. Up, 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 up. Into that plank. And into downward. Good. How about 2 more? Up, 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 up. Upward facing dog. And into crocodile. Down low. Hold, hold, hold. Press, press, press. Press up. And into downward facing dog. 1 last time. Let's go. Upward facing dog. Crocodile. Hold. Push up into that plank. And into downward facing dog. Very nice. Woo, heel toe. And lower onto your knees. Okay. Now we're gonna do little hinges. If you need more padding for your knees, you can place a towel or take your mat and roll it up and place your knees on the squishy part. Okay, so patting your knees here. I want you to tuck your toes under, walk your knees to the outer edges of the mat. Okay, so I want you to have them further apart, wider than hip distance. Okay, now I want you to think about squeezing together. So you get those inner thighs, the adductors to fire. And that'll help create a contraction in the pelvic floor, your core. Okay, so you're just holding, pulling it in there. Okay, then I want you to relax. And again, pull, squeeze. Now we're going to hold. Hold that squeeze there through the entire next series of exercises. Arms down by your side, shoulders nice and low, belly is in, spine is neutral. Okay, so your toes are tucked under, squeezing those inner thighs. You're going to hinge back. Good. And then back up. Okay, keep your spine in neutral. So I try not to hinge at the hip as you hinge back. You want to stay in neutral. So back here. Good. So keeping that nice line, neutral spine, and then back up. So feeling the quads, feeling your abs, and hinge back. So your gaze changes to an angle up above, and exhale. Good. And inhale. This I'm going to hinge and hold. So hinge and hold here. Okay, so you're going to feel the warmth in those quads, the belly holding here. Good. Good. So we're going to work asymmetrically. Take your left arm out to the side. Good. And back. Without any rotation, right arm out to the side. And then back. Left arm out to the side. So keeping that hinge. And back. Right arm. Good. And back. Left arm. Good. And back. Right arm. Here. And back. Now both arms. Okay, symmetrically here. And back. And again. Out. And back. Eyes are on fire. Out. And back. Now hold it out. Hold here. So soft elbows, palms facing forward. We're going to take it to a little beat. Beat, 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 beat. Hey, you want to try and keep your torso nice and steady. So working that core. Core is engaged to avoid bouncing. Just your arms are beating for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let's take it back up. Take a little release. You can shake it on up. And then back up right away. Squeeze your inner thighs. Take your arms by your side. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Hinge back here. Symmetrically, arms out here. Okay. Then turn your hands so your palms are down. Okay, down here. And just hold. Feel this power in your quads. And we're going to get to beat and beat and beat and beat. Good. Nice and vigorous pumping of the arms. Good. For 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Keep the hinge. Now palms up and beat and beat and beat. Good job. Hang in there. Woo! For 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Take it to a little release and go ahead and shake it on up. Right, upright once again. Squeeze your inner thighs. Okay. Take your arms by your side. Inhale and exhale. Hinge back here. Hold. Nice neutral spine. Take your arms out. Okay. Turn your hands so that they're facing to the back here. Okay, so here, hold here. Take your left arm out in front and back. Right arm, front and back. Okay, your palms are facing back and back and right and back. Left here and back and right and back. Now hold here. See if you can hinge back a little bit more. This is the last thing I promise. Let's go. Pulse back and beat and beat. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Go. Coming down for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Rise all the way up and go ahead and shake out your legs. Okay. So your mat is folded. I'm just going to turn so you can see me. Place your left knee on the mat. Okay, so it has some padding. Take your right arm out to the side. If you need to, if you have wrist issues, you can create a fist with that left hand. Okay, so here, take your right arm up to the ceiling or onto that hip. Okay, right foot is flexed. And lift it up and then lower it down without touching the floor mat, and lift up and down. So your feet are flexed up and down. So working that outer thigh. So lift and up. Good. And up and down. Good. Nice and slow. Up and down. Good. working that left shoulder as well. Okay, so you're stabilizing, keeping strong there. Good. And up and down. Okay, one more here. Up and down. Now 45 degrees, kick that leg forward and lift up and down. So the rest of your body is not moving. It's just that right leg that's kicked out about 45 degrees and up and down. Good. And up and down. Good. And up and down and up and down. One more. Up and down. Now take that right leg and see if you can get it to 90 or as close to 90 as you can. And up and down. Maybe you might not get as much vertical height. That's fine. And down. Good. And up and down. Good. 3 more. Up and down. Last 2. Up and down. Last one. Up and down. Back to that 45. Up and down. Good. Up and down. Beautiful. Woo. Now back in line with your mat. Up and down. Outer thigh now. Okay, good. And down. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Okay, now pause here for a moment. Now we're going to go a little faster, but this time we're going to angle our toes slightly downward. Okay, so here we go. Up and up and up. Good. And up and up and up. 45. Let's go. Up and up and up and up. Whew. To that 90. Go up and up. Good. Woo. Get ready. To that 45. Go up and up and up. Strong that left shoulder. Working hard. Woo. Back in line with your mat. Good. Up and up and up. Got one more set. That up. Woo. Back to 45. Go up and up and up and up. Up and up. Back to that 90. Go up and up and up. Up and up and up. Back to that 45. Here we go. 45. Nice. Hang in there. Staying strong. Woo. Back in line with your mat. Good. Up. Up. Hang in there. That left leg working hard as well as it stabilizes. Got 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Good. Woo. Okay, go ahead and pound out your glutes. Both sides. Working hard. Let's go straight into the other side. So place your right knee onto that padding. Okay, good. Take your left leg out to the side and place that right hand down. Okay, if you need to spread out your mat or adjust so that you have some padding for that right hand, go ahead. Okay, here or here. Flex the foot, lift and lower and lift. You're going to feel it right away because it worked a lot as a stabilizer when we did the other leg. Okay, good. Up and down. Good. Woo! Nice. Now at 45, here we go. Up and down. Nice. Woo! Now kick it forward. Let's go to that 90 as much as you can. Good. Good. Back to that 45. Here we go. And lift and down. Good. Lift. I'm feeling it. Woo! In line with your mat, let's lift and lower. Hang in there. Fight for it. Up. Good. Now pause a little bit. Now turn your toes down slightly. I'm going to go a little faster. Up and up and up. Good. And up. Strong in that right shoulder. Good job. 45. Up and up. Good. Ooh, strong through your upper torso. Nice and nice and nice and nice. Good. Back to that 90. Here we go. Pulse and pulse. Up and up. Up and up to that 45. Go. 45. Woo. And up and up and up and up. Back in line with your mat. Here we go. Up or your body. Good. Up and up and up and up. Get ready. 45. Up and up. Nice work. Come on. Let's push for it. Back to that 90. Go. Up and up and up. Getting stronger. Woo! Here we go. To that 45. Up and up and up and up and up and up. In line with your mat. Almost done. Go and lift. Go for it. Here we go. 8 more counts. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4 and 3 and 2. Nice job. And lower down. Yeah. Go ahead and Massage those glutes, whatever you need to do. Excellent work. Okay, unfold your mat. We're going to place ourselves on our back. We're going to do some abdominal work. So here, on our backs, like so, and supine. Okay, we're going to start off with a couple of bridges. So, I want your feet about hip distance apart, comfortable distance from your hips, arms down by your side. We're going to keep our spines in neutral. Okay, so take a breath, inhale. Exhale, you're going to lift your hips up, and then lower back down. Okay, so lifting up, and lowering back down. So hitting the ground in neutral. Up, and lower back down. 2 more times. Let's lift up, and lower back down. 1 more time. Taking it up, and lowering back down. Take your fingertips, reach toward your toes. Sinking soft in that sternum, hollowing out to that chest. Shoulders down away from your ears, palms face down. Okay. You're gonna, if your legs stay on the mat, you can keep your spine in neutral. You're gonna pump your arms. Inhale through your nose for 5 pulses of the arms. Exhale through your mouth, shh, shh, like you're blowing out through a big straw. Okay, so inhale through your nose, sniffs. Exhale through your mouth, puffs. Okay, so progression. Take your legs into tabletop, which means you have a 90-degree bend in your knees and your hips. Okay, squeeze your legs together. So again, working those inner thighs. Next progression is to extend your legs out. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. So inhale, sniffs, and exhale. Shh, shh, shh. You want to try and get your lats, the muscles along your back, to help you pump the arms. So it's a deep pumping of the arms. So keep it going. Good. Woo! Nice work. Inhale through your nose, exhale, flat belly. Hey, nice and strong. Good. Keep it going. Okay, so remember you can keep your feet on the mat here, tabletop, or extend your legs out. Keep it going. Good. Lift a little higher if you can through your upper body, shoulders away from your ears. Soften that sternum, hollow out through that chest. Keep it going nice and strong through that belly. Go. Yeah. Okay, let's go for 3 more sets of 10. Good. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Go ahead and circle your knees around, a little bit of a break. Circle in the opposite direction. And feet back on the mat. Okay, take your right leg, left arm up to the ceiling. Point your toes. In line with the mat, you're just going to lower down until your toes and fingertips are 12 inches off the mat. And then back up to vertical. Okay, if you're tight in your hamstrings, you can bend that knee down and lift up. Okay, so again, down and lift up. Good. And down and lift up. 1 more time, take it down and lift up and hold. Hold here. Now take that right leg, you're going to externally rotate it. So your knee is out, heel is in. And you're going to do some leg circles. So you're going to take that leg, you're going to draw a half circle to the right, and then bring it back to where you started. So half circle to the right, and bring it back. Now remember, if you need to keep a bend in that knee, go ahead. I want you to make sure your hips stay on the mat. If you're tightening your hamstrings and you try to straighten it, then it tends to cause your hips to lift up. Your hips stay on the mat. If you need to bend, that's fine. Circling around and back. Circle around and back. And around and back. 1 more, around and back. Go in the opposite direction now. Circle around and back. And around and back. And around and back. Good. And 2 more. And back. 1 more. Around and back. And release. Let's go to the other side. So right arm, left leg. In line with the mat, down. And up. And down. So checking for the flexibility in those hamstrings. Okay. Again, keeping your hips on the mat. If they're lifting, I want you to add a bend to that left knee. Okay. So here we go. In line. And back. 1 more. Down. And lift up here. Externally rotate that left leg. Let's do our circles. Inhale and exhale. Shh. Now again, make sure your hips are staying on the mat. Okay? So it's okay to bend that left knee. Perfectly fine. So working on hip and pelvic stability here. And again. And 1 more in this direction. Let's go in the opposite direction. Circle around. Keep that external rotation of that left leg. That right leg is absolutely quiet because you're stabilizing in those hips. Only allowing that femur bone to move in that hip socket. 2 more times. 1 more. Back up. And lower down. I'm going to go back into the other side. So right leg, left arm. Right arm down by your side. Externally rotate that right leg. Now here's the progression. If you want, you can take that left foot up off the mat. Work at it this way. Make sure your hips stay in contact with the mat. So inhale and exhale. Shh. Inhale and exhale. Shh. A little harder to stabilize with that left foot up off the mat. And if you want to make it even harder, you can take that right arm up to the ceiling, but only allow that right leg to move. Okay? So that's the challenge. One more. Then let's reverse the direction of the movement. Inhale and exhale. Shh. Inhale. Rest of your body staying absolutely quiet. And inhale. Shh. One more. Inhale and exhale. And lower down. Switch sides. Left leg. Right arm. Externally rotate. Right leg stays on the mat or lifted. Here we go. Circle around. Inhale and exhale. Shh. Inhale and exhale. You can float that left arm up if you want to. Shh. Inhale and exhale. Shh. And two more. Inhale and exhale. Shh. One more. And reverse. Let's go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Two more. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. And lower down. Take your arms overhead. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale. Bring your knees up to your chest. So we're turning to our abs once again. You have some space between your knees and your feet. Exhale, curling up. And inhale, lower down. Let's go again. Exhale. Shh. And inhale, lower down. Okay, so try and keep your legs in coordination and lifting at the same height at the same time. And exhale, lift up. And again, you have some space between your knees. Okay, and the next one, not this one, we're going to reach our right hand between our knees, left hand to the left side of your left thigh. Here. So a slight rotation and switch left hand between your knees, right hand to the side. So getting our obliques, right hand between your knees, left hand to your side, and lower down. Left hand between your knees, right hand to your side, and back down. Let's go again, lifting, squeeze. So you're working at a diagonal, getting those obliques. Exhale, shh. And inhale. Let's go again. Exhale. Woo! And inhale. And exhale. Lift, 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 lift. A little higher. And exhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Okay, now we're going to hold it on the next one. So right hand between your knees. Hold here. Hold here. So you're at a diagonal. Okay, you're reaching your right hand between your knees, left hand to the left side. Now from here, you can hold here. Maybe lift a little higher, or if you want, extend your legs out. And bring it back in, and out, and bring it back in. Now remember, the extension of the legs, completely optional. Okay, and back in, and extend out, and back in. If you're doing the extension, let's go for 3 more, and back in. 2 more, extend out, and back in. 1 more time, extend out, and back in. Let's lower back down, and reach your left hand between your thighs, right hand to the side. Hold here, maybe lift a little higher, or if you want, extend. Bring your legs back in. And extend. Feel in your abs, your rectus and your obliques. Extend. Woo! And back in. Good. Extend. And back in. If you're doing an extension, 3 more. And back in. Last 2. Extend. And back in 1 more time. Let's go. And back in. Lower back down. Bring your knees into your chest. And go ahead and circle your knees around. Both directions. And around. Beat the back of your thighs with your heels. Good. We're going to walk our feet out about 4 inches. Okay. I want you to lift your right heel up off of the mat. Okay. Just dig it into the mat. Now from here, your left foot is flat. You're just going to lift up into that bridge and lower back down. Not quite as much height. I want you to keep your hips level and lower back down. So you're going to just feel a different emphasis on each side of your lower body. Okay, so squeeze a little bit more in your glute on the right side, a little bit more in your hamstring on the left side up. And lower back down. And again, lift up and lower back down. 1 more time. Lift up and lower back down. Now switch. Left heel up, lift and lower. So the key is to keep your hips aligned and down. 2 more times up and lower down. 1 more time. Let's lift up and lower down. Now both heels left. Lift up and lower back down. Okay, digging your heels into the mat. At the top, try not to lift too high. You don't want to introduce a hyperextension in that lower back. Okay, so lifting up and lower back down. 1 more time, up and back down. Now hold that lift here, and down and lift. So a little pulse and lift and pulse, and lift, and lift, and lift. Now arms up to the ceiling, okay? So we're gonna keep that pulse here. So we're gonna start to feel a little fatigue in the glutes and hamstrings, okay? Arms up to the ceiling, shoulders down away from the ears. Now you're gonna just take your arms and slowly drop them out to the side. Okay, so a nice curve in your elbows and pulse, okay, and pulse. So keep that pulse. Now try and forget about that pulse. Take your right arm up to the ceiling, left arm up to the ceiling, right arm out to the side, and left arm out to the side. And right, and left, and right, and left. Go right, and left, and right, and left. Right, and left, right, and left. Now both together, and out, and up, and up, and up. Now hold here, so keeping your hips pulsing, okay, just like we did in that hinge position. We're going to add a little pulse with our arms, okay? Now try not to coordinate the movement, okay? So see if you can work independently, arms and legs, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse your hips, pulsing your arms at a quicker pace. Good, good. Ooh, a little bit of a mental challenge here. Pulse up, okay, good. Now keep your hips pulsing, take your arms up to the ceiling. Okay, so here we go, a little break for your arms. Good. Keeping your hips. Hey, you start to feel in those glutes and hamstrings as you pulse. But each time you lift, try not to introduce an arch in that lower back. Okay, now take your arms out to the side, float them here. Okay, now you're going to place your palms down toward your feet. Okay, and you're going to pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. So again, your arms are pumping a little faster than your hips. Okay, ooh, my brain. And go, keep going, and keep going for 3, and 2, and 1. Arms back up, keep your hips pulsing, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. A little bit of a break. Hey, hips are still pulsing. Take your arms out to the side. Hey, now palms face up, facing toward your head. Hey, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Your hips are pulsing. Your arms are a little more vigorous. Good. Woo. Good. And relax, back up. Hey, got one more direction. Okay, so here we go. Arms out to the side, palms face down toward the mat. Okay, your hips are still pulsing. Hopefully feeling your glutes and hamstrings on fire. And here we go, pulse your arms down nice and vigorously. Hips stay at the same pulse rate. Here we go. Woo. Pulsing your arms a little faster than your hips. Good. Good, counting down for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Back up here, keep your hips pulsing. And lower back down, a little bit of a break. Take your knees into your chest and circle around. Good. And let's go in the opposite direction. Whew. And lower your feet down, comfortable distance. Okay, walk your feet out this time 6 inches. Okay, we're not going to do the arms. You're going to lift your toes up. Okay, so from this position, your heels further out. You're going to feel it more in your hamstrings. So lift your hips up, so not quite as high. Okay, so here. Hips are lifted, spine is in neutral. Drop your hips down about 1/2 inch, and then pulse up, down, and pulse up. Okay, down, and pulse up. Now, for these, we're going to allow our hips to lift at different heights. Okay, not yet. Down, and lift. Okay, so down, and hold it and down. This time, you're going to squeeze your right glute, your right hamstring a little bit more, so lift that right hip. You're going to feel the power in that hamstring on the right side. Back to center, left hip up here, glute and hamstring. And down, and right, and back down. Left squeeze, and back down, and right. If you want to, you can float your arms up, okay? And left hamstring glute, and back down, and right hamstring glute, and then back down, and left here, woo, and back and right, and then back other side, lift up, and down, right, up, and down, left, up. Good. Keep your spine in neutral, so no strain in your spine, your lower back, and left, squeeze. One more set, go for it. Squeeze, 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 hamstring, glute, and back down, other side, squeeze. And then lower back down, and lower your spine onto the mat, bring your knees into your chest, and let's circle around. Good. Then go in the opposite direction. Okay, roll over onto your right side. You're gonna push yourself up to seated here. Come on up to standing, shake out your legs, okay? We're going to take it to a wide stance here. I want you to keep your toes pointing to the front. Okay, so here, wide stance. You're going to bend that right knee, and you're going to sink down to the right. Just make sure your right knee tracks about that right foot. And left. Okay, and right. Good. And left. Try to keep the weight in the heel still, but you're allowing a hinge through your upper body. and right. Good, and left, and right. Okay, so most importantly, that knee is tracking above that foot. Okay, and right, and left. Weighten that heel, right, and left. See if you can sink down a little lower. Spine stays in neutral, okay, so watch that lower back. If you need support, you can place your hands on your thighs. Okay, good. And left, and right. Good. Left, and right. Weighten those heels, left, and right. Okay, now listen up, left, and right. Hold here. Take your left hand onto that left thigh. Take your right arm, reach up to the ceiling, okay? Keep your hips level though. You're gonna reach that right arm up to the ceiling, okay, so here. And then lower down and reach up. So I want you to feel that rotation in your spine. So getting some oblique work, getting a stretch across that chest, those pecs, and lower back down. Feeling the side of your abdominal wall working. Now make sure that left knee is not locked out. Keep it soft. And down. Good. And rotate, reach, reach, reach. You can use that left hand for a little leverage against that right thigh. And back down, good. And reach up, and down, keeping that weight in that right heel still. Okay, and down, let's go for 4 more. Reach up, and down, 3 more. Lifting up, and down, last 2. Up, and down, last 1. Taking it up, and back down, okay? I'm gonna bend both knees, okay? So you're gonna shift over slightly more to the right. We're gonna work a little balance. So we're gonna take that left leg and lift it up off of the mat here. Here, and hold, hold. And bend that right knee a little bit more and just hold. Hey, if you want to, take it to a little dip. Make sure that right knee is tracking above that right foot. Down, and lift, good, down, and lift. 2 more, down, and lift. Last one, down, and lift. Scoop way out with that left, hey? You're gonna go back into that original move, so side to side. Make sure that knee is above that foot, so check your form. Good. Hinge through your upper body, arms on your, hands on your thighs, or free float them. Okay, weighten your heels. And left. Good. I got the other side to go. And left. Good. Right. And left. Good. Right. Sinking down a little bit more if you can. Getting inner thigh stretch as well. And left. And right. Now hold it to the left. Hold here. Right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Take your left arm up to the ceiling. And down. Good. That rotation. Draw that left shoulder back. Good. Soften that right knee. Okay, try not to lock it out. And reach. And woo. Good. A little lower if you can through those hips. Good. 3 more. Draw that shoulder back. 2 more. And back. 1 more. And back. You're going to launch up both knees. Hey, get ready. You're going to lift up here. Woo. Lift that leg up here. I got that wall to support me. And if you want, bend and straighten, and bend and straighten. Good. Weighten that left heel. Good. And straighten. Good. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Down and left. Nice and wide. Back here. You're going to scoop your feet in a little bit closer. This time, turn your knees out to the side, hands on your thighs. And you're going to sink down into that squat. Okay? Weight still in your heels. So again, your feet are turned out slightly, knees above your feet, sinking down here, okay, just hold here. And you're gonna roll up to our spine, give our lower back a little bit of relief, and arch down. So body rolling, and round up, and lower back down, oh, round, arch, 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 and hollow out, up, and lower back down, and you're gonna place your spine into neutral here. Hands on your thighs, okay, so you're hinged through your upper body a little bit. So we're going to do some sumo walks, okay, with our hands against our thighs. So we're going to allow our left hip to lift up a little bit and lower down. And right hip and lower down. Good. And lower, left and right. Now I want you to sink your hips down. Up and right. Good. And left and right. Good. See if you can get those hips down a little lower. And down. Good. And left and right. Sink and left. Woo. And left, and right. Good. I'm traveling you back. Gonna hit the wall there. And left, and right. Good, sink, and left. Good. You got it. Let's go for 4 more sets. So to get down. Other side. 3 more sets. Go. Work it down. 2 more sets. Down. And left. Last set. Down. And sink. break breath. Inhale. And exhale. Let's roll down through our spine. So chin into your chest. Go ahead and take it all the way down. Heel toe to your feet. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings, spine. And then bend through your knees or keep them straight. Walk your hands out into a plank position. Hands under your shoulders. Okay, we're going to lower onto our bellies. Okay, on our knees or on our toes. Shoulders away from the ears. Let's lower down slowly for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 onto our bellies. Arms down by your side. Take it into a back extension right away. Back of the neck long. All those forms checks. Squeeze your glutes, point your toes, straighten your knees, and hold. Okay. If you want to, you can take your arms out to the side or modification, hands on the mat, and just hold the back extension with support. If you want to, you can extend your arms out in front, palms down. Okay. Next progression is to take it to swimming. So you're fluttering your arms and your legs, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, and flutter kicking really fast without letting your torso shift side to side. So you're really stabilizing as you move your limbs, either just your legs or your legs and your arms. Okay, just hold here, counting down for 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down, right arm out, left hand by your waist. On back onto your side like we did early on. Your hips are stacked on top of each other. Take a breath, inhale, lift up here. This time, see if you can get that right elbow up off the mat. Okay, legs are glued together, feet are flexed. Shoulder, right shoulder strong, pressing your right hand into the mat. If you want to, free that left arm up and hold. Good. Feel the contraction in that side. Okay, that quadratus lumborum, those obliques. Hold here, shoulders away from the ears. Nice. Good. Squeeze those legs together, inner thighs, working. And go ahead and lower back down. Okay, then go ahead and lift back up. This time, see if you can take that right arm and lift up off of the mat along with your legs. Okay, good. You might need to lower down a little bit more. And if you can, take that left arm and completely balance on that right side. So really working that core to help you stay balanced. Legs lifted. Right arm and left arm if you can. And it's okay to fall. Perfectly fine. It's all part of the process. Good. And just hold for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. And lower back down onto that belly, back into that back extension here, or arms out in front or by your side. Take it to that flutter kick, that swimming. Whew. Good. Good. Nice and vigorously for 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Onto your left side, right hand by your side, flex your feet, and lift up. Try and get that entire left arm up off the mat here, or right arm as well, and hold. Strong in your shoulders, away from your ears. Squeezing through that right waist. 4 and 3, and 2, and 1. Back down, okay, and lift your legs and left arm, and if you can, right arm, and hold. Squeeze. Fight for it. Belly is in, hips are stacked. Try and get your upper left arm up off the mat for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and lower back down. Very nice. Back into that back extension right here or here. And we're just going to hold it. Hey, nice and easy. Holding it strong though. Good. Whew. For 4 and 3. Good job. And 2 and 1. Lower back down. Hands under your shoulders. Go ahead and prop yourself up into quadruped. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale, catch, stretch. And inhale into cow. Catch, stretch, tuck that tailbone under. And into cow, belly falls, lift your chest. Catch, stretch once again. This time send your seat back like we did early on. You can wiggle. And then back into neutral. Hey, tuck your toes under. Push back into a downward facing dog. Press your heels into the mat. Press your hands, lengthen through your spine. So get that stretch. Hey, you can heel toe, whatever you need to. You can bend your knees to get the deeper muscles, your soleus. And get your shins as well. Woo. Your hands. Nice. Okay. So remember that flow that we did earlier on. I'm going to revisit that. Okay, so take it into a plank. You can do this on your knees if you want to. Okay, shoulders away from the ears. You're gonna press forward and lower down, elbows close to your sides until your upper arms are parallel with the mat. Okay? So inhale to cobra, which looks like this, or upward facing dog. Open up through the chest, the belly, your hips. And then back into downward facing dog here. Okay, so one more time. Inhale, into plank. And lower down into crocodile. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale to downward. Okay, so we're going to reverse the movements, just like we did at the start. Okay, so from here, upward facing dog. Upward facing dog here. And crocodile. Down low. And push up into that plank. And downward facing dog. And again, into upward facing dog. And crocodile, down low. And push up strong into that plank. And then downward. Okay, so now I'm going to add the two together. We're going to go forward flow and backward flow. Here we go. Forward plank. Lower down into crocodile. In upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Pushing back. And upward facing dog. Here we go. And crocodile. Into that plank. And into downward. And into that plank. Into crocodile. Into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Whew, upward, here we go. Upward. Into crocodile. Holding nice and strong here. Press up into that plank. And into downward. We're going to go forward into that plank. And lower down, crocodile. Into cobra or upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. And we're going to reverse once again into upward. Whew. Crocodile, get nice and low here. Into that plank. Press, 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 press. Into downward. We got one more set. Forward flow. Here we go. Plank. Lower down. Crocodile. Into cobra or upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. And reverse flow into that upward facing dog. And into that crocodile. Low, low, low. Press up strong. Into downward. And hold here. Feel that stretch and lengthen through your spine. Good work. Lower to your knees. Into that quadruped. Take your right arm out to the side. Weave under your left armpit. Drop that right shoulder down. Take it to that twist. Draw that left shoulder. Feeling your lower back. Upper back as well as you stretch those rhomboids. Good. Hand back up. And place your right hand down by your right. And rotate to the left once again. So feeling that, the pecs, your shoulder. Good. And reach that right arm out in front and sink your hips back to the right side. So feeling the lats, your glute on the right side. Other side, left arm out to the side. Inhale. Weave under that right armpit. Drop that left shoulder. And inhale, left hand by your left and rotate to the right. And left arm out to the right at an angle. Drop your hips to the left. And then back to center. Hands under your shoulders. Good. Good. Tuck your toes under. Push back into a downward. Press your hands. You want to lengthen through your spine. Okay, we're going to stretch out that glute. So let's do our left leg first. Take your left leg nice and high. Okay, now you're going to bring it into the left side. Okay, you want to point it to about 10 o'clock to the left. Okay, flip your right foot flat. Okay, so you take it to pigeon. You want to try and even out your hips. Try not to compress that lower back too much. Okay, so you can lean forward if you need to. Okay, so here, or you can lower down onto your forearms or all the way down. If you need more of an intense stretch, you can bring that lower left leg closer to the front edge of your mat. Okay, so whatever you need to do, you want to feel that stretch in that glute on the left side. Breathe. And come on up. Okay. So from here, I want you to bend your right knee here. If you need to lift your hips up, that's fine. Here, or if you want to, you can reach around and grab onto that right foot with your right hand, foot or ankle, and just take it to a little twist. You want to feel the stretch in that hip flexor and that quad on the right side. And then switch, tuck your right toes under. And then you're going to kick that left leg nice and high. Keep your right heel lifted. And press through your hands, get that left hip, left leg nice and high. Feel the stretch the back of that right leg. Okay, all along that right leg as you kick that leg high. Pressing through your hands, lengthen through your spine. And then lower back down, let's do the other side. So ground that left foot, left heel down, kick your right leg nice and high. Press, press, press through your hands. And then bring that right leg forward. So knee this time points to about 2 o'clock to the right. Okay, so here, now watch that lower back, no compression, lean forward. Take it all the way down. And find that stretch in that quad, on that glute, sorry. On the right side, sorry. On my other view. And again, if you want to, you can bring that right leg, lower right leg closer to the front edge of the mat. And hold. Breathe in into the stretch. Feel that release. And then come on up, bend that left knee here, or you can grab onto the inside of that left foot. You can lift your hips up a little bit more, whatever you need to do, okay? You want to find the stretch in that hip flexor and that quad on the left side, okay? The front of that thigh. And come on down. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Tuck your toes under. You're going to take that right leg, kick nice and high. Left heel stays lifted. And really stretch that right leg to the ceiling as much as you can. Keeping that left heel lifted. Nice long stretch to the back of that left leg. Press, press, press. And then lower back down. Here. And lower your knees onto the mat. Cross your lower legs and have a seat. Whew. Good work. Good. Come on to the front. Place the soles of your feet together, getting those inner thighs. Hands around your ankles, or you can press your knees out to the side, lifting up and hinge forward. Okay. Here. You want to keep your spine lengthened, so try not to round your spine. Keep it lengthened, hinge forward. Good. Breathe. Good. Ooh. Cross your legs, crisscross, applesauce. Place your fingertips, your hands on the mat, fingertips point toward the front. You're going to press your hands into the mat. You can lean back if you need to. Lift your chest up, shoulders away from your ears. Okay, here, opening up through that chest, or if you want to, you can lift your hips up as well. So opening up through that hip, stretching out those hip flexors as well, belly. And lower back down. Okay, now take the other leg in front. Same thing, lifting here, or hips lift as well. Pressing those hips forward. Breathe. Shoulders away from the ears. Make sure your neck is not tensed. Keep it soft. And lower back down. Other leg back in front, comfortable this way. Take your right arm in front, pull it in with your left. Drop that right shoulder down. Another stretch for that shoulder, other side. Release, interlace your fingers behind, go and press back. Lift your arms up, shoulders down away from your ears. Breathe. Okay. And then to the front, round through your spine here. And then rotate to the left and rotate to the right. Okay, so get those lats and left and right. Back to center, lift all the way up, chest stays lifted. Open your arms out to the side. And reach back up. And open up, out to the side, chest stays lifted, here, and inhale back up, and arms down, take your head to your right shoulder, circle to the left, and to the right, and to the left, back to center, fingertips to the back of the head, and gently press, shoulders down away from your ears, and then back up, look to the right, and to the left, and to the right, and to the left, back to center, good, head to your right shoulder, left ear to the left shoulder, right, and left, and right, and left, back to center. Good. Shake it on out. Rotate through your shoulders. Whatever is remaining in your body, just let it go. Go ahead and twist to the right, and twist to the left. Breathe. Winding down. And left. Good. And back to center. Good. All right. As always, we're going to finish off class with 2 big breaths. First exhalation, just let all the stress, tension, anything that's worrying you out. Just let it go and refill, as we always do, with only good things, strength, positivity, good energy, keeping us strong, hopeful. Okay, so here we go. Inhale, big breath. And exhale, let it all out. Here's your opportunity. Just let it slip away. Leaving lots of room for only the good things. So inhale. Place your hands together and slowly lower them to heart center. Ground yourself here. Feeling strong, feeling at peace. We say namaste.